What is up, y'all? This is Alex from Alex PC Tech again, back at you with another video, and today I'm gonna be sharing with you how I lube my switches. Now, for example, you have already opened your mechanical switch and you are on starting your lubing process. So it's better to have a lubing station, but for me, since I'm doing this the getaway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lube it my way, which is manually lubing each individual switch after I open them. So for example, in this case, I have what you need is a brush, a small painting brush. Doesn't matter, at least it's as long as it's small. You know, the watercolor brush that you buy when you were studying before. So yeah, so that will do. And for this one, I'm gonna be using the Krydox. This is a Krydox 205 G0. Shout outs to my friend James for providing me with one. And along with this one, what we're gonna be using for the spring is a Krydox 105. Now, you can actually choose which viscosity you would like for these lubricants, but for me, these are some of the industry standard lubricants that we can use when lubing our switches. With that said, let's start by lubing our switches. Now, for this lubing scenario, I'm gonna be starting off with the bottom housing, which is this one, as you can see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open my Krydox, the Lube 205 G0, and then I'm gonna put or dab some of on my brush, as you can see, and not directly put it into the switch, but dab it first here on the lid. The reason for that is when lubing switches, the main basic concept that I follow, or some rule that I follow, is more or less is more, okay? Having less lube, oops, since I have a lot on my brush, I'm just gonna dab a bit there and then dab a bit on this side as well. So the main concept is lube where the contacts are, okay? Where there's gonna be contact. So I know that this is where the contact will be from the stem. So yeah, that's done. 1, 2, and circle around for the bottom. That's it for me. Okay, after that, we're gonna proceed with the spring. Okay, so for some people, what they do is they lube the spring with 205 as well. But for me, we will use the 105 Krydox, and there's another method of lubing the spring. Okay, so in case you have a sealable bag such as this one, you can like put all the springs inside and put some of the lubricant inside and just mush them together so that they will be properly lubricated. Or in our case here, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna lube it individually. Okay, so if you have another brush, that will be really helpful for lubing the spring. But for our case, in our case, we'll be using the same brush. It's fine, because we're just gonna be using a little oil in here, or a little, not too much. Okay, so I open this one. So what I usually do with this one is put like 2 drops on the lid, pack, and from there, okay, there's some drop there. I'm gonna go have that and put it here on the spring. Okay, so later, after on the next one, I'll just put here and dab some here and put it on the spring. Okay, so now that I have lubricated the other part of the spring and the other part is where I'm holding it, I'm gonna put it in the bottom housing like so. And then after that, you can see that that's the top part of the spring. I'm gonna dab some Krydox 105 and put it here, back, just like so. Okay, remember, less is more. Next, so let's put that aside for now, and next we're gonna proceed with the stem. Okay, so for the stem, what I usually do is I hold this part and then I dab the sides of where the contact is gonna be. I know this is like a tedious work, but for some people this is like a therapy of some sort. Like it eases them. For me it does, but after some time, because I don't do it in one sitting, I do it intervally, like 2 days max. Like I really take my time with it. But for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna show you how I do it. Okay, now that I've lubricated the sides, what I'm gonna do with the stem is I'm gonna put my brush and just circle it like that. So for tactile switches, you should not do this, as your switch will lose its tactility if you lube the stem here. But for this one, since this is a linear one, this is how I lube it. Okay, so I'm gonna put the stem in, see if it's, oops, I think that, yeah. So there you go. So now that now that these two are in place, see, that's the use of a lubing station. You don't have the chance of flipping it over. So after this one, we're gonna go with the top housing. So for the top housing, what I usually do is I just lube the inside of where the contact is gonna be. Back. Okay. This side as well. Hope you can see from the camera. Okay. So this one, and then this side as well. Remember, if I had two brushes, I would have used one brush for this one and one brush for this one, but since I only have one, then I guess we have to use what we have, right? Okay, so now that I have lubed the insides of the top housing, it's time to now assemble the switch. Okay, so you have to be careful which side is which, or else you'll mess it up. Okay, so 10. So before clipping it all inside, oh yeah, this is what I'm saying. I think I put it, oops, should be like this, yes. So before clipping it inside, make sure that you can press the button properly, as so, and you can, yeah, snap it into place. Okay, so that's how I lube my switches. We're gonna do a comparison of the sound against a non-lubed switch. So I hope you liked that tutorial in showing you how to lube your switch. You can, as it's very easy, 1, 2, 3, 4 steps probably. And that would be it for this video. Like if you like this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and see you on the next video.